Blackstone Publishing presents The Wanting Life, a novel by Rader. This book is read by Corren. Wanting and dissatisfaction are the main ingredients of happiness. To want is to believe there is something worth getting, whereas getting only shows how worthless the thing is. And this is why destruction is so useful. It gets rid of what was wanted, and so makes room for more to be wanted. Ruth Stone. Wanting. Say not, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 10. For my family. 1. Sister Bay. It was only dinner with the McNamaras they were driving to tonight, the friendliest company imaginable. But Paul was already wishing he'd had the guts to stay home. On his first night with his sister at the rental cottage 2 weeks ago, he'd accepted Georgia McNamara's invitation to their new summer place, in the hopes that his darkness would have lifted by now. But it hadn't. In fact, he felt much worse. After waking from a nightmare on the couch earlier this afternoon, he'd pulled out his phone with every intention of canceling. They would be kind to him, but their kindness wouldn't help, as these 2 weeks with Britta had made clear. All he had to do was tell Georgia he wasn't feeling well, and apologize for the late notice. But instead, phone in hand, his martyr complex, as Britta called it, had kicked in. He pictured Georgia whipping up a feast in the kitchen, humming Beach Boys songs, then her phone buzzing, her hello, the disappointed drop in her eyes. He reminded himself that he'd declined their last 3 dinner invitations. He felt Gordon's disappointment, too, and their adult children, whom Georgia had said would all be in town for the weekend, even Sophie, who lived in New York. If he didn't show, none of them would likely ever see him alive again. So, feeling obligated, he'd slipped his phone back in his pocket and sighed, and now here they were in his Camry, heading south along the bay side of the peninsula to Egg Harbor, Britta at the wheel. He hated being a passenger in his own car, but it was wise with all the morphine he was on, he knew that. He was trying to see it as a perk. His mind could scatter and drift as it liked. Usually, when they were quiet like this, Britta turned on the public radio station out of Green Bay, but tonight his...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?